Alright, so in this video we're going to look at solving compound inequalities. And first one, it says, write the sentence as an inequality, graph the inequality. So compound inequalities is just going to be two inequalities, okay, put together. So we'll look at that more in class. Right, so first one, write the sentence as an inequality, graph the inequality. So let's read it. A number x is more than 0 and less than or equal to 10. So let's start from the beginning. A number x, okay. So you're going to put x, and then is more than, okay, so is more than is the same as greater than. So we're going to put greater than, and then 0, and that's our first one. Ta-da! And, so we're going to put and. All right, so here, oh, oops. I don't know how long it's been blurry, but there you go. So it says a number x, so put an x, is more than, that's greater than, and then 0, 0. And then it says and, so we put and then here, notice that it doesn't say what is less than, okay? So it says less than or equal to, so what's less than or equal to? And we talked about that before, it's our x. So our x is less than or equal to 10. Okay, so we're going to have a less than or equal to, but what's less than or equal to 10? We said it before, x. All right, so that's how we'll see compound inequalities. You'll be given that left side just once. And here, we want to solve it. Sorry, for and it's a little different. Okay. For or, we'll see that when we get this, we're finished. But with and, we have to write it a different way, a specific way. So the way we write it is we want to put the variable in the middle, and then you're going to have the inequality, okay, so, and then you're going to have the bigger number, and you're going to have the smaller number. All right, is it going to be like this every single time? Probably not. You'll see it differently, but this is the easiest way to do it, okay? So just put your x in the middle, your inequality. Okay, so let's do the bigger number first. Okay, so our bigger number out of 0 and 10 is 10. So let's put 10 here, and our inequality is less than or equal to. Ta-da! So the bigger number is usually going to have the same inequality. It just looks like that. Okay, now we have to add the other one. So here, we're going to put our smaller number, 0. Right, and this is where we have to flip the inequality. Okay, so it looks like it's greater than, but instead of using greater than, we're going to use less than, because our x is on the other side. You'll see that? So the x was on the left side, but now it's on the right side of the inequality. So we switch these around. All right. So when we switch those around, you have to switch the inequality as well. And that's it. So this is how you're going to see the inequality when it's and. And the way you graph it, it's going to be similar, okay? You're going to have a number line. You're going to have the bigger number on the right side. You're going to have the smaller number on the left side. And bigger number on the right side, smaller number on the left side. You can put the other numbers in between. That's fine. I'm lazy, so I won't. So I'm just going to do this. Imagine, how would you graph this one? X is greater than 0. So this is an open circle, because we don't have an or equal to. And we actually want to look at this one. It's an open circle, and it's shading to the right. Okay, so it's going to shade to the right. Okay, but I won't shade it. I'm going to stop here. Okay, I'm going to stop there. And for the other one, how do we graph x is less than or equal to 10? That's a closed circle. 10. And it's shaded to the left. So whenever you have and, you're going to get a graph that looks kind of like a dumbbell, where you have the two circles at the ends, and then circle out the small number, circle out the big number, and then just a line in between, shaded in between. All right, and that's it. And it looks similar to this, right? X is in between 0 and 10. Okay, so that's and. Now let's look at or. A number r is fewer than -6 and, or no less than -3. So let's do it one at a time. R is fewer than, so that means less than what? -6. Ta-da! Or then no less than, okay, what's no less than? Just like before, it's our R, okay, or whatever it's out there. So R is no less than is greater than, or it could be equal to, and -3. So greater than or equal to -3. And guess what? For the or, that's how we write it. And the reason why, okay, so usually, okay, it's not always going to be the case, but sometimes when you have the smaller number on the left side, bigger number on the right side, look at the inequalities. They're going in opposite directions, right? Less than, greater than. All right, and you'll see this in the graph. So let's graph it. And let's do the lazy graph. Okay. Well, I should have written this in the other one. So you're going to just put 2 markings and put the smaller number on the left side and the bigger number on the right side. So smaller number is -6, bigger number is -3, right? If you're thinking, no, it's not, remember they're both negative. So the bigger the negative, that means the smaller it is, okay? That means the smaller number it is. Okay, so let's look at this one. We have r is less than -3, so that's a open circle, because we don't have any or equal to. And it looks like it's going to the left. Ta-da! Let's look at the next one. We have r is greater than or equal to 3, so that's closed, and it's going to be shaded to the right. So closed at -3 and shaded to the right. Ta-da! So you'll notice with or graphs you're going to have the 2 circles, and then it's going to be going in opposite directions. One will go to the left, one will go to the right. There you go. And here it says solve. Oh, so that's an or graph. And here we have solve and graph. We have -7 is less than 2k minus 5 is less than or equal to 3. Now notice that the variable is in the middle, right? And we have 2 inequalities. So this is an and compound inequality. Now what you can do is you could split it up like what we did over here, okay? And you could put 2k, let me put it at the bottom here. You could put 2k minus 5 is greater than -7. I flipped them around, so that's why I flipped the inequality. And we have 2k minus 5 is less than or equal to 3. And then just solve those two, okay? You can do it that way. I'll show that in class, but here, let me show you another way. So cover up that one on the left. So let's just focus on this one. 2k minus 5 is less than or equal to 3. How would we solve for k? Well, we want to get rid of that minus 5, so we add 5 to both sides. 2k sports. I'm just kidding. 2k is less than or equal to 8. And we get rid of that 2 by dividing by 2. So we divide both sides by 2, and we get k is less than or equal to 4. Ta-da! Alright, and we're done with that. Now let's do the same thing over here. Hey, so I covered up the less than or equal to 3 side. And look at that. We already know what to do. We have a plus 5, so we add 5 to both sides here. Alright, and negative 7 plus 5 is negative 2. Bring down that less than, and divide by 2 on both sides. We get k is greater than negative 1, or negative 1 is less than k. Ta-da! See that? So what we're basically doing is just doing the same step to all 3 parts. So the left side, the middle, and to the right. And that's how you do the and. Oh, and then we're going to graph it. Okay, small number on the left, bigger number on the right. Oh, and just a note, if you have a negative coefficient and you end up having to change the inequalities, the bigger number is going to end up on the left side. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and I'll talk about that in class. So our smaller number is on the left, negative 1, bigger numbers on the right, positive 4, and here it's an open circle, here it's a closed circle, and it's an and, so we shade in between. Ta-da! Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to look at number 4. And it says 4c plus 3 is less than or equal to negative 17, or c is c minus 8 is greater than 2. Cover that up, and we're left with just one inequality. Hey, that's easy. Subtract 3, you get 4c. These cancel out. It's less than or equal to negative 20, and divide by 4. We get c is less than or equal to negative 5. Hey, hey, hey. And then we're going to put an or here. Or, and let's cover that up. And over here, we have c minus 8 is greater than 2. So add 8. And bada bing, bada boom, we're finished. C is greater than 10. That was quick. So let's make them even, like put it on the same line. There you go. C is less than or equal to negative 5, or c is greater than 10. And that's it. So now we're gonna put these on the number line. Smaller number on the left, bigger number on the right. Out of negative 5 and 10, negative 5 is smaller, 10 is bigger. So for the negative 5, it's a closed circle, because we have that or equal to. So closed circle, and it's shaded to the left. Alright, and here it's an open circle, and it's shaded to the right. Ba-bum. Finished.